Hello and welcome once again. I just felt like doing another arcade board vid. So as you can probably guess from the design, yet more Irem. Yeah, I'm a big Irem fan, if you haven't figured out by now. So yeah, what we're going to take a look at today is yet another Irem M72 game. And this one... try to zoom on my new camera here. Is Dragon Breed. This one is one of their, I don't want to say less popular games, but definitely not one of their main, the ones everyone thinks of when they think of Irem. And mainly because it's a little unorthodox, and it's got some, in my opinion, it's an excellent game, but it's definitely got a few annoying parts to it. So yeah, typical typical M72 board, really nothing super different or from the others. Well, so let's just go to the game here. Turn it on. So, Dragon Breed, if you're not familiar with it, is a game where you're a warrior dude riding on a dragon. And like most Irem games, when I'm running them on the TV, you can't quite see everything, so you're missing part of the bottom section. But it's not such a big deal, really. So as you can see, you get on a dragon, you ride the dragon. You can jump off of the dragon when there's ground, and then run as kind of a run and gun, and then the dragon just kind of follows you above like a shield, which is a neat idea, but it's not really used so much. The majority of the game, there is no floor, and you end up riding on top of it. But yeah, the dragon itself is completely invincible, and is basically, your shield, and the way to survive. But truth be told, this game is really, really difficult, especially if you're playing it legitimately. It's one of those games where you have a charge shot, but it's just not very effective. You really just need to mash the button like a mofo. So since I've got to hold the camera, I'm going to put this on, thankfully my stick here has a fire lock, so it's going to be an automatic fire mode, so I only have to move the stick with my left hand, so I can actually play this and film at the same time. So let's give it a go. Now, one thing I love about this game is the music. It's incredible. One of their better games as far as soundtracks go, which is saying a lot, because Irem makes good sound. So try just stick only here. Not mention I'm actually playing like looking through the viewfinder. But yeah, as you can see, as you can hear, the music is amazing. It's just Irem FM greatness. Now the first thing you'll notice is you're a rather large target. Which, I mean, you've got, the invincible dragon to help you out, but... which, as you can see, you can just ram into things with it. Which, the game, obviously staying above enemies kind of helps, because then you can just kind of, smush them on this ground and get off, which I can't actually, playing one-handed here, so I'm not going to move to the, I can't really hit that other button. I think the main thing wrong with this game that turns people off to it is, see, I just got the gold dragon, which you're very, very dependent on. See, it has this special... shit. If I zoom in a little might help. But, first level it's not so bad, but... Feels weird just playing one-handed. I don't have enough weight on the stick. But anyway, see, like if the red power-up, you shoot fire, but it's just not... It's powerful and it gets stronger, but you end up getting yourself killed trying to use it. And then there's a gray dragon that shoots missiles, homing missiles, but they're so freaking weak, it just doesn't really... Okay, yeah, so you can jump off. That was pretty sad. Give it one more try. The old camera I could kind of hold up in a different way because it was small and light. This thing's kind of heavy, so... But yeah, anyway, with the gold dragon you get that special move, which... Basically, not which, when you use it, you know, you're pretty much fully covered for a few seconds. Plus, you know, you shoot in all 8 directions, and when you do the special move, it also makes your full, like, 8 direction shot more powerful. So, you really just need to mash the fire button, like, as fast as you can for about most of the entire game. Which, you know, auto fire helps with immensely. But if you're playing it legitimately, it can be kind of a pain in the ass. But also, you know, once you lose that gold dragon, you're kind of... See, now I got the homing missiles, which, it's really not all that useful. But especially because of the later levels, there's like tentacle things that will actually slow you down whenever they touch part of you at the dragon, and the dragon's pretty large, so. You see, just to do the special move, you just kind of flick the stick. There's also the bronze dragon, which is odd because there is no silver dragon. And truth be told, the bronze dragon looks blue, but it's officially called the bronze dragon, which drops lightning, and it's fairly powerful, but it's still just not as effective as the 8-way shot. And also, that dragon does have the special move, but it curls underneath you, not above you, so it's just kind of pointless because it doesn't cover you like the gold one does. But the graphics are great. It's nice and smooth. Really a neat idea. I do wish it had more spots where you were actually on the ground, but when you can get off, it's actually fairly easy because, you know, then you just let the dragon cover you. But without using but yeah, these boss fights, the key is just to mash. And unfortunately, in the later levels, once you lose the gold dragon, you're fucked. I haven't been able to I've gotten very far in this game on 1 credit. I have not been able to fully beat it yet, because it's just levels where, without the gold dragon, you're screwed. And what makes it kind of worse than that is the fact that, you know, you have to get several power-ups to power up. So, like, if there's 1 gold dragon power-up, you'll get it, but you'll be weak gold dragon. And even, truth be told, weak gold dragon is still better than powered up any other dragon. See here, the key is just, you know, have to use that special move. So yeah, there's the blue one, which gives you the bronze dragon, but it's just pretty damn useless in my opinion. But the atmosphere is great, the music's great, the graphics look great. I really enjoy this game. It's definitely one of their more unique games. If you're looking for something a little different, it's a good game. but I will not recommend it for anyone that, how can I say, doesn't like Irem. Because, you know, because in my opinion, the R-Type games, for example, are not are a bit more fair in some ways. And I think the real problem is everything's just so damn huge, which it looks great, but when you get to if you're familiar with this game, you get to, I think it's like level 5 or so, and the game just has these like, I don't know, like mutant blimp enemies, and they cover like 90% of the screen. This boss is pretty easy, as long as you go for the bottom eye first. That's freaking cool though. Plus, with the bosses, it's not so bad in the first few levels, but on level 3 onward, the boss timer is incredibly strict. When I play this in my cab, when it comes to games where you have to mash that button, this is like one of the worst I've ever played. And it just gets tiring. Which sounds like I might be being a little negative with this one, but truth be told, I love this game. It's just wonderful, wonderful game. See, like right here, these things that just shoot bullets at you from above. It's really hard to make it through that without the gold covering you. The other thing is, the special move is great, but sometimes it's just, you do it by flicking the stick, basically. And sometimes it just doesn't seem to work. It does like 90% of the time, but there are occasions where I've really needed it and I've just, failed to do it. But once you get past this level, and even on the second half of this level, to be honest, recovery gets extremely difficult, even for an Irem game. But this one's still, though, overall, if it looks like it's something you'd like, it's definitely worth checking out. In my opinion, this game really hasn't gotten any decent ports. I think this one was actually ported to like the Amiga and a few computers. See, like right there, I was too slow on that, so I got butchered. And you can't like go above those or anything, so there's just not much you can do. See, like right there. This part just kind of runs straight through before it fires and hope the little things don't get you on their way back. Went up. And see, like right here, you have to kill all of these. Meaning, without auto fire, mash, mash, mash. Because, well, you do have a charge shot, it just isn't. See, these things are cheap as hell. When you blow these dragons up, their parts just, aren't destroyed. They're just blown off the screen. And anyway, they ricochet back at you. They ricochet off your own dragon. So, you have to blow them up and then be sure that your huge dragon doesn't, fling them back in your face while you're fighting the next one. Zoom. But, so, this is definitely, in my opinion, it's a very, very challenging game. It's very much one that you're gonna probably, if you clear it, you're gonna be one-lifing it. But the aesthetics are wonderful, and it's fairly unique. So, if you like Irem games, definitely give this one a try. See, this is one of the later levels where there's a bit more floor, which is kind of cool. But the majority of the game, there's no floor. But, yeah, if you like Irem games, definitely definitely give this one a try. Though unfortunately, yeah, there's really, other than the old piece computer ports, there's really nothing much else. I did hear that there's some company released a new like Irem compilation disk for PCs, but which this is on it. But I'm pretty sure it's just emulation. So if you're gonna do that, it's really not. Yeah. I mean, it's better than buying a ROM, than stealing the ROM, I suppose. But as far as good console ports go, there really aren't any. But so yeah, that's about all I really have to say on this one. If you like Irem, give it a try. If you hate Irem, you're probably not going to like this one. And if you're somewhere in the middle, it's definitely worth, throwing a few credits in. Really do like the music. One of their better soundtracks, in my opinion. Well, that's going to be it for Dragon Breed, I guess. So, see you next time.